this here, and it's been like this for such a long time now. It's unbelievable. We've got the Allendale there, yeah. And I remember my granddad from Ireland, this must be back in the 80s, had his fiddle serviced in that shop up there. Of this, just look at this ironwork here, look at this, they don't make it like this anymore, do they? Look at that. It looks like they must have had massive lamps on these things here. Look, back in the olden days, look there, yeah. Welcome to another video, Walk on the Wild Side, and now I'm here in Blackpool. I'm on the promenade. It's quite early in the morning. I'm just outside the North Pier here, and in this video I want to take you through the town centre, and we'll have a look at some buildings in the town centre that have been empty for a long time. At least most of them have been empty. There might be one that's partly empty, a little bit mysterious, but we'll have a look at that. We're going to be taking a look at the old post office, which has been closed since 2007. We'll also be taking a look at a purpose-built job centre, which has been empty for ages, and some hotels, derelict hotels as well. And there's another building called Prudential House, which is a little bit mysterious. These are some buildings that you might have noticed and you might have wondered what's going on with them. And there is actually plans to develop some of them, yeah, so we'll have to see about that. But anyway, we're going to start off with our first building. It's just over here in Talbot Square. It's the old Royal Bank of Scotland building, just up here. Let's check it out, shall we? I tell you what, it's pretty early in the morning, yeah. 6 o'clock in the morning here in Blackpool. I am now in Talbot Square, and we're looking at the town hall there, and I've not actually included that building in this video, but that actually might be empty, you know, because they certainly don't use the town hall. I believe it's mainly used just for meetings these days. A lot of the staff moved out from here and moved to the new offices at Talbot Gateway. I might even get an invite into the old town hall to look around. What do you think? That's where the Yates's Wine Lodge used to be, and next to have the Premier Inn. That was empty for quite a while, but obviously now it's a hotel. Anyway, this is the first building I wanted to show you, and it's the old Royal Bank of Scotland building here in Talbot Square, and it's quite distinctive as well. Is it built out of Portland stone? Because I think most of the Royal Bank of Scotland buildings were white stone. I think it's Portland stone, yeah. Yeah, and this building has been empty for about 20 years or something like that, yeah. It's just next to the counting house there, and that's the Strand which leads down the side there towards Queen Street. So yeah, the old Royal Bank of Scotland building, yeah, I think it's about 20 years since this was open. I can't remember when it was last open, but this is one of those buildings with a question mark on it, because I'm not sure if the whole building has been empty all that time or whether it was just a ground floor, but it's actually, you see there's 4 floors in it there. And I actually remember, I think it was on the first or the second floor, there used to be a music shop up there. And I remember my granddad from Ireland, this must be back in the 80s, you know, the 80s, had his fiddle serviced in that shop up there, yeah.
Fiddle serviced, eh? Sounds a bit naughty, that, doesn't it?
Anyway, enough about having fiddles serviced. I want to show you something over here, and this is what I mean about having a question mark against this building here as well, because I believe that it's been given permission to be turned into flats. Look at this here. This is where the night safe used to be, and look at that there, the old bank apartments. They're going to develop this building. Yeah, look at that. How about that there? That's the doorway there that led to the upper floors. Look, that led to the music shop there, yeah. So there you go, this building is going to be developed. How about that, after all this time? Okay, so that was the old Royal Bank of Scotland building here in Talbot Square, which is going to be developed. Anyway, it's time to move on to the next building, and this one has been empty since 2007. And this is massive. This is the biggest building in the town centre that's empty. Let's go and check it out. It's the old main post and sorting office. Okay, so I'm now on Abington Street, and we're looking at the old main post office here. Yeah, this has been here since 1905. 1905 it opened. It moved from Coronation Street, I believe. And this is on the site of the old Union Baptist Church and Sunday School. Yeah, so this has been here just over 100 years until it closed in 2007. It's also got these very distinctive phone boxes out the front. Yeah, 8 red phone boxes. Look at this. And this takes us back to the time when the GPO, the General Post Office, was connected with the telecom. So there you go. Yeah, all these distinctive phone boxes. Very good for photographers, these as well. Yeah. And this is another building as well, which has got hope because they've actually just, it's been given permission to be turned into a hotel and bistro, a very posh hotel and bistro, and probably a little mall as well on the ground floor. So there you go. Yeah, it's still got for sale signs up here. Look, see, for sale. It's still for sale, even though the building has been given permission to be turned into a hotel and a bistro. And the style of this building is Edwardian. Yeah, 1905. And it's probably the same as the building we just looked at there, the old Royal Bank of Scotland building. Looks like it's built out of some sort of Portland stone. Someone might be able to let me know in the comments. Yeah, so there you go. Similar age. Of course, this is on Abington Street. And if we look down this way, we can see the winter gardens. Okay, so we've just seen the front of the main post office here on Abington Street in Blackpool, which has been empty since 2007. It's now time to take a look around the back where the sorting office was on Edward Street. Okay, so we're now looking at St John's Square. You can see the tower there. Yeah, it's only about 6:30 in the morning now. Coming around the back of St John's Church into see the square here. The two squares blend into each other. And down here is Edward Street, and this goes down the back of the post office, and this is where we can see the main sorting office here. Massive, it's a massive area. Yeah, and all this is going to be developed into a posh hotel and bistro, and probably a mall as well. I think I'm going to have to do a dedicated video just on this building here because it is so big. But even round the back here, it's quite fancy. Yeah, but as you can see, it's mostly brick. Anyway, this is Edward Street. Look at this, isn't it fancy? It's actually been done up, you know, a bit like Topping Street. Yeah, they've got solicitors down here. Yeah, looks quite posh, doesn't it? So I think it'd be really good once to develop the post office. This is going to look quite fancy. And they've also got the Cedar Tavern on the corner there. That looks quite posh as well. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the back of this. And just look at this ironwork here. Look at this. You don't make it like this anymore, do they? Look at that. Wow. That must weigh an absolute ton, that ironwork there. Yeah. And this is where you used to come in to collect your parcels back in the olden days. Yeah. Used to go in there and they had a crappy little room. Honestly, you could hardly swing a cat in it. Yeah, and that's where you used to pick up your parcels there. It looks like they must have had massive lamps on these things here. Look, back in the olden days. Look there, yeah. Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, boarded up all the windows, of course, to stop squatters going in. They've got another little entrance here, again, with these massive cast iron like stands for lamps. Look at the door there. Hey, post office red. Yeah. Yeah, so here's a look at the back there. And next to that, well, it's a telephone exchange. Look at this here. And of course these were all connected with the post office. There you go, the telephone exchange. Look at that. That's obviously not as old. Well, that'd be empty as well, won't it? Probably. I quite like that pattern on the telephone exchange there. It's kind of like, what would you say, 60s pattern there, maybe even 70s, I'm not sure. Anyway, the next building on this tour of Blackpool Town Centre's empty buildings is just around the corner here on the right hand side. It's called Prudential House. Let's check it out, shall we? Look, the sun's coming out. Look at this. The sun is coming out here in Blackpool, and we're looking at, on the left hand side, can you see that building there? Yeah, so that's Deansgate, where we just were. We came from the back of the post office there, and this here is Prudential House. I remember when this was it a careers office or something? This here. Now, the bottom floor is occupied, as you can see. We've got some shops on the bottom there, so it's not completely empty. Prudential House here on Abington Street, yeah. When it was originally built, was it built for Prudential Insurance? That's all I can think of. The man from the Pru, yeah? Is that right? I don't think they'd get away with that nowadays, would they, the man from the Pru? I think they'd have to call it the person from the Pru, wouldn't they? It actually goes all the way around here as well, yeah? Connecting up to the old bus station there, look. It's a bit bigger than I thought, this building, yeah? They could turn this into apartments, couldn't they, yeah? Now, I might be wrong about this building here. It might not be completely empty, but to me, it doesn't look like it's really... It just looks like it's unoccupied, or at least partly unoccupied anyway, so we'll have to see about this one. Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, really. Like I say, it does look like it's empty, or mostly empty, but there does appear to be some stuff going on inside the building there, because they've got an intercom here, yeah. So like I say, it looks like it's empty, but maybe it isn't. Delivering beer over there, making a bit of a racket. There's Mark Alley's there. Yeah, we're now on Dixon Road. That's Dixon Road over there. And here's the other side of Prudential House here, look. And this is where they've got a nightclub down there, downstairs, called Sapphires, yeah. So there you go, not completely empty, and if anyone knows any more about it, let me know. And like I say, I'm not too sure about this one. It might only be half empty. It just seems a bit mysterious to me, that's all, yeah. So if anyone knows any more, they can always let me know in the comments. So that was Prudential House. So there you go, that was Prudential House over there, which is a little bit mysterious. Just over here we've got Mark Alley's. Hey, check this out, they put some new railings up outside Mark Alley's, look. That's to stop the, probably to stop the homeless people, isn't it? You know, going in there to sleep under that canopy there, look. Anyway, the next building, or should I say, next two buildings are just down here. They're both opposite each other. It's the old job centre and a load of really derelict hotels that face each other near the library. Let's check them out, shall we? Quick look at the development there for the hotel and new tram station. We're now on Queen Street. We're just heading down now to two buildings that are opposite each other. We've got the library on the corner here on the right hand side, the main central library here in Blackpool. And just opposite the library is this red brick building here, sort of red and yellow brick, and that was a purpose-built job centre, yeah. Don't know how long it's been there for. 20 years or so, yeah. I don't know. I even remember going in there to look for a job, so it must be way over. Must go way back to the 90s, yeah. There you go, a purpose-built job centre, and this building, I believe, has been empty. You know, I have not seen any activity in this building for well over a decade. So there you go, yeah. Purpose-built job centre there, and it's empty, and it's not the only one in Blackpool as well. There's another one on Tilsley Road. How about that, eh? Yeah, all this building going to waste. Here's a quick look at the library. I think they need the grass cut in here. By the look of it, yeah, the central library. Grand building, isn't it? At least this one's not empty. Yeah, so there you go, look at that there. Massive building there, not an old building either. Purpose built as a job centre. I believe it was built on the site of an old school or something like that. There's a plaque somewhere that, yeah, is a testament to that. I can't find it, I don't know where it is actually. Yeah, so I'll have to try and find out about that, yeah. Yeah, anyway, just over the road from there is a building that I have shown before. And it's this one here, look at this here. Oof, yeah, what a state. There are 3 separate hotels in this block here on the corner of Abington Street and Queen Street, and these have been derelict for decades. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, just look at this here. The Central Library. Yeah, one of the grandest buildings in Blackpool, and it faces this here. And it's been like this for such a long time now. It's unbelievable. We've got the Allendale there. Yeah. These have had squatters in as well down the times. Yeah, I even did a video on it. Yeah, where I could see squatters in the Allendale there. And on the corner here we've got the Carlton House Hotel, and we'll just take a look around the side. And you know what? They've actually started doing work on these. So here's another one where there's a bit of hope for these empty buildings, because this one round here is being done up. Look at this. The Continental. Yeah. They're actually doing this one up. Look at this, hey? At last, there's work going on this building. Look at this here, look. This is the Continental Hotel here, look. Wow. They're actually doing work on it after all this time. Wow. So there you go, that was 5 buildings in Blackpool town centre that are empty, or partly empty, or maybe some of them aren't even that empty at all, but they look empty, as in Prudential House. Anyway, you might want to let me know if you know any more in the comments. So there you go. I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button, and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I will see you again on the next one.